April 23, 2017, San Antonio, Texas. Saldivar, an aspiring photographer, had an appointment. He had been working hard to build his portfolio and was excited about the opportunity to sell some of his equipment to upgrade his gear. He meticulously packed his camera and lenses, making sure everything was in perfect condition for the sale. Little did he know his optimism would soon turn to dread. He didn't know it was a setup, a trap. The meeting was arranged in a seemingly safe location, but the reality was far from it. Mark had no idea that danger was lurking just around the corner. He arrived at the designated meeting spot, a Chick-fil-A parking lot, innocent enough, but something felt off. The usually bustling parking lot seemed eerily quiet, and a sense of unease began to creep in. A black SUV sat idling. Inside, two figures waited. The vehicle's dark windows concealed their identities, adding to the growing tension. Mark hesitated, but his desire to make the sale pushed him forward. One of them was Tay-K. The young rapper, known for his troubled past, was at the center of this deadly encounter. His presence turned what should have been a simple transaction into a life-threatening situation. What happened next would be the subject of countless news reports. The tragic events that unfolded would capture the attention of the nation, sparking debates and discussions about youth violence and crime, the subject of heated courtroom battles, the subject of nightmares. The courtroom would become a battleground, with lawyers fiercely arguing over the details of that fateful day. For Mark's family, it was the beginning of a nightmare that would haunt them forever. Tay-K, on the run, became a fugitive. He was a wanted man, but even as he ran, he kept recording. He released a song, The Race, a defiant anthem, a slap in the face of the law. The lyrics were chilling. He taunted the authorities. He bragged about his crimes. The song went viral. His notoriety grew, but so did the pressure on the police. They had to catch him. His youthful face, now hardened, betrayed no emotion. He had pleaded not guilty, but the evidence against him was mounting. Eyewitnesses, DNA. And then there was the song. His own words, used against him. The prosecution laid out their case. They painted Tay-K as a cold-blooded killer, a danger to society. They demanded justice for Mark Anthony Saldivar. Finally, the moment arrived. The jury foreman stood. He read the verdict. Guilty, not of capital murder but of murder. A collective gasp filled the courtroom. Tay-K showed no emotion. His face remained a mask. But inside a storm raged. He was going to prison. For a long time. But in the midst of it all, one question lingered. What if? What if things had been different? What if he had made different choices? The weight of these questions bore down on everyone, a haunting reminder of the paths not taken. What if he had made different choices? What if, at that crucial moment, he had chosen a different path? The possibilities were endless, the potential for a different outcome tantalizingly close yet forever out of reach. What if he had stayed on the right path? What if he had listened to the voices of reason, the voices that had tried to steer him away from the darkness? The thought of what could have been was a painful reminder of the choices that define our lives. What if he had never picked up a gun? What if that single fateful decision had never been made? The ripple effects of that moment were now painfully clear, a stark illustration of how one choice can alter the course of a life forever. Now those questions were all that remained. The courtroom, once filled with noise and emotion, was now a place of quiet reflection. The weight of what had transpired settled over everyone, a heavy, inescapable burden, along with the echo of his music. The melodies that once brought joy and connection now served as a haunting reminder of what was lost. Each note, each lyric, a testament to a life that could have been so different. A haunting reminder of a life forever altered. The shadows of his past loomed large, a constant presence that would follow him for the rest of his days. It was a poignant end to a story filled with what-ifs and lost potential.